Hey there, boys and girls, and welcome to Sonic Boom TV, episode 92. Got the Cookie Monster hat on. Brings good luck, I believe. I don't know. Found this a long time ago at Walmart for like $5. It's awesome. Anyway, today I went to donate some old computer stuff and some other things I've had around here for a while to a Bridge House store. Basically like a Goodwill. And while I was there, I stopped and looked at the CDs. I didn't look in the records because they didn't look like they had changed much from what I could see. And there was a guy and his daughter looking through them, so I just let them do that. And I picked up a few CDs there. And then I went to the Red, White, and Blue store, which is another giant thrift store. Found a couple records, a couple CDs. And then I finally stopped off at a pawn shop that's near my house that kind of sometimes I find some rare things that stuff I've heard of, but not very much. Well, kind of thing. I've mentioned them before on here, and I'll show you what I'm talking about when we get to them. So let's start off. I want to start off with the records first. So we'll just go. This is from the Red, White, and Blue store. All of the records they had were $3.99. They have these stickers they stuck on the covers. I got to get those off. But two of them I already owned, but these were better copies. And two of them I didn't own. So let's start off with the one that's worth the most if we were going to sell. Came across a nice, clean copy of Bruce Springsteen's Tunnel of Love. I think I know Tunnel of Love, but I don't know any of the other songs on this album at all. I looked it up on Discogs, and the high end was like $50, and the mid range I think was 16 or something like that. So that was a win for $4. Couldn't beat that. And it's real nice condition. I mean, the cover's nice, the record's nice, the inner sleeve, everything. Just got to get that sticker off of there, and then they wrote the price, and they went over into the white of that. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that off or not. Otherwise, nice clean copy. Then the other one, I just thought, I don't own anything by this man as far as an album goes. I mean, I do own something that he's on, because I don't do country music really. But I had to get this. The Longhorn Jamboree presents Willie Nelson and his friends. This is another real clean copy. That's the reason I got it, because it was real clean. Record looks nice. Cover is real nice. This one has side one is all Willie Nelson songs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 songs on there. What a Way to Live, Misery Mansion, Rainy Day Blues, Nightlife, Man with the Blues, The Storm Has Just Begun. Then on the second side, side 2, I don't know if these are the friends' names that appeared with him, or if these are the people that wrote the songs, or if they're just performing by themselves. I don't know. But the second side is Mississippi Woman, David Allan Coe. West Virginia Man, David Allan Coe. What Did I Say? Jerry Lee Lewis. Save the Last Dance for Me, Jerry Lee Lewis. I know that song. Honey Don't, Carl Perkins. And Blue Suede Shoes, which was an Elvis popular song. I don't know who wrote it, but Carl Perkins again. So I don't know if they perform these songs together or how this works, but I'm going to listen to it and figure it out. I thought it might be worth a few bucks, but it's only worth like $3. So it came out in 1975, so that might be a good one, as far as country goes. Then the two that I already own, these are much better copies, as far at least the first one. Rick Springfield's Working Class Dog. The other one I have, the cover's all torn up. Record's in good shape, but this one's real good. It is dinged up. Well, let me take it out of this. Like if you can see right there, it's got a nice little tear on the top spine, but otherwise real good. The inner sleeve is pretty good. The record looks real nice, and I thought that was worth $4. I think that one's worth like $20 too. Then the last one, I had found this not too long ago, and it wasn't too bad a shape, but this one is like perfect, almost. The Hooters, Nervous Night. That one's in real good shape. So figured I'd just grab that while I was there. So then I went to the CD section, and at first I wasn't seeing too much. They had... It was weird, man. They had a lot of records in there, but they had the stuff that I had mentioned in a previous episode with the high school and college marching band recordings still in there. They had some of that stuff still there, but they had a couple decent other records besides these. But they had a ton of Laserdisc, and one of the things I returned to, or I went and donated, was a box, like a, I don't know what you want to call it. It almost looked like a receiver, but it was for Laserdisc, and it had something to do with making the sound play. I don't know, but they had a whole bunch of Laserdisc in there. They had 2 Playboy model feature videos, whatever that is. And then they had one that was just some kind of, it was porn, basically. There was a girl on the front dressed in a police thing, and that was the theme of it. It was like cops gone bad or something like that. I don't know. And then they had a whole bunch of, I don't know, they were Asian disc, but I don't know if they were music or if they were movies. The covers looked real cheesy music, but there was nobody playing an instrument on any of them. So on the cover, so I don't know what they were, but they had a whole bunch of those. So I thought that was just kind of funny. But when I went through the CDs, they had, not a lot, but they had a few things I had already. But then I came across this, the Nightmare Revisited, and this is something that I wanted back in the day. It's got a nice embossed cover, really good. Nice art, art from the movie kind of stuff. But this was the all the songs were done by rock groups, or at the time, alternative groups mostly. But the only song I can remember is "This Is Halloween" by Marilyn Manson. And then, but I think the songs are so small in here. I think Korn is on here. I can't see. The names are in gray, and I don't. The light is not good in here for me to be seeing that. But anyway, this is a real good one. I heard it a long time ago, but like I said, the only one I can really remember off the top of my head is the Marilyn Manson song. Then I kind of got a threefer on this one band, The Outfield, and we've got Rock Eye. This is a kind of cool cover. Voices of Babylon, and Big Innings, which was a greatest hits sort of thing. It's got a lot of alternate versions and demo kind of stuff as well. So it's not. I don't think this is really a true greatest hits. I know they have another one, but the only thing I had by the Outfield before this was Play Deep. I think it is. Is that what we call it? The one with Your Love on it. Use Your Love Tonight, whatever that song was. But that's on the greatest hits as well. So I have the other one on a CD and a record, and then that's the only other stuff I've ever seen by them. Well, not ever seen, but owned. So hopefully it's good. Their first album, I guess Play Deep was the first album. That was a real good album. Not super awesome or anything, but it was good all the way through. I had listened to it earlier today, actually. And then the other one I found there was Genesis. This is the first Genesis album I ever had. I have a cassette of this. It's the hit song was "That's All," but they also had "Illegal Alien," and what was the other one? I'm not sure if "Mama" was a hit song or not. But I remember I got this, and my friend tried to take the tape from me, and what he did was he made me a copy of the Invisible Touch album on a cassette, and he was thinking that I was going to give him my copy of the original of this. But I was like, no. I said, you can make a copy of that, but I'm not giving you the original one for a copy of something else. And he just got upset about that, but we ended up making a copy of that for him and walking away because he wasn't getting my original copy of something for a bootleg cassette, which I still have that Invisible Touch cassette somewhere. Then we'll go back to the first store I was at, which was the Bridge House. That stuff came from the Red, White, and Blue. Bridge House store. First thing I came across was something called Bad Operation. Now, it's in a little plastic sleeve it came in, which is original. This, I looked at it and I said, you know what? That's going to be punk rock just by looking at it. And I looked it up when I got home, and of course it's punk rock, ska, something or other. They're from New Orleans. I had never heard of this band. But the inside came with lyrics, you know. And they have this on vinyl, like several different colors. So I may try to find it if it's good, if I like it. But then there's a little note that's inside of it. I'm not going to read it all, but basically it's saying that this came out in 2020 after the pandemic, basically. So this is like a new kind of newer album anyway. Weird to find it in a thrift store. So, somebody must have had it and got rid of their collection or something. I don't know, but it's not very old. But I hope it's really good. I don't know anybody in this band. I looked at the names. I don't know them. But and I've never heard of them. So, and usually, even if I don't know the bands, I usually see ads for them and stuff because I know a lot of people in New Orleans bands and stuff. And so, who knows? But Bad Operation. I'll be checking that out. And, like I said, if it's good, I'm going to probably hunt down the vinyl because I feel like they had like 6 different colors that you could get. So, try to support them. Then the other thing I saw, which I'm not a fan of this band really. I know a few songs. But I got this because it was in real good shape, and it looked almost brand new. Grateful Dead live. What is it called? Grateful Dead Europe '72 double CD. Now the back cover is in black and white. When I was looking it up, I couldn't find it, and I couldn't find this one. This is a BMG Music Club version. I think it's a couple bucks, like $15 or something like that, according to Discogs. But all these were $1, by the way. Everything was $1 except for the CDs I had just showed from Bridge House. Those were $1.99. Everything else I got was $1. But it's two disc. Everything's good. The book is nice, brand new. There's a little crack in the case, but I did that on the way home. It wasn't like that when I grabbed it. But it's got the one song I know for sure is Truckin'. Let's see, it's got Cumberland Blues, He's Gone, One More Saturday Night, Jack Straw, You Win Again, China Cat, Sunflower, I Know You Rider, Brown Eyed Woman, Hurts Me Too, Ramble On Rose, Sugar Magnolia, Mr. Charlie, Tennessee Jed, Truckin', Epilogue, Prelude, and Walk Me Out the Morning Dew, in the Morning Dew. Like I said, I know one song out of that. I'm not a big fan of theirs, and this is the only thing I've ever owned by Grateful Dead. So, maybe it'll start me into being a Deadhead or something. Who knows? I don't know. Found this next one. It's called Jump Little Children Magazine. I just like the name of that band. They look like they might be some kind of 90s alternative rock band. Don't know for sure. But they definitely look like 90s. Those guys right there. But, thought that was a good name. The next one, speaking of 90s, Everybody knows one song by this band, just about. Anybody that was born between 1980 to now probably knows at least one song by this band. And not because they know this band. The Rembrandts Lp. This song they know is not listed on the back of this, but it's mentioned on the hype sticker, if you can see it. I don't know if it's clear enough, but it says, features coming home. This house is not a home, I'm sorry. And the bonus song, track number 15, I'll Be There For You, theme from Friends. I never had this. I have another one of their albums on a cassette. I have one on CD, but I didn't have this one. I had the song because I did buy the Friends soundtrack when it came out back in the day because I wanted that song. I love that song. It's silly. It's been played a million times, but it's a fun song, and I love it. So anyway, I got their album. I don't know why that song isn't mentioned on this one, because some versions of the CD has song 15, and some doesn't. So I don't know. Then I came across another High on Fire album, which a little scary, little cover right there. This was probably from the same person that got the last one, I think, a couple weeks ago. This one also had different CD. Like, there's one version of the CD with it's got two axes on the front on the cover of the CD itself, and right there in the tray. And then this one has a sword. But when I got it, this was folded inside of here, and it was kind of just sitting on there. And I was like, well, I thought it was a sticker at first. And then I was like, wait, that doesn't even fit inside of here. And I couldn't figure out what it was, because it was like that. And so I'm playing around with it when I get home, and I was like, what the heck is this? And on the other side, it's got like little advertisement. So I thought maybe it was supposed to be part of the catalog. And then I went, wait a minute. It fit like that on top. So originally it was like one of those obi strips they have on Japanese pressings, kind of like that idea, but it was on the top of the case, and the person just kept it, which I would have kept it too. So I'm glad it's there. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Probably just going to leave it like that on sitting on the top and just push it between two CDs and let it sit there forever. Then I found something called Spirit Caravan Dream Wheel. And these guys look like some 70s style rockers. They're stoner rock from what I read. It's a 5-song EP. It's weird because I looked it up on Discogs, and there's 2 versions. Well, there's 4 versions. There's 2 put out in the United States, 2 in Germany, I believe. And the German record label is not a nice name. It's People. The name of the record company is actually People I Used to F in Jail Records, or whatever. And you know what F stands for. But this is on not on that record company. It's on Motor City or something like that. Motor something. I can't. My eyes must be getting bad, guys. I don't know, something. I think it says Motor City Records. But anyway, this version I still couldn't find the exact version on there either. So maybe there's more than one pressing. It ain't worth anything anyway. But it, I just figured if I was buying the Grateful Dead, I might as well buy another stoner rock band, because I looked that one up while I was in the store. And finally, another one I couldn't find the exact copy of, but Top Gun soundtrack, the best value sticker on it. This one, of course, has Danger Zone, but I didn't know that there was Cheap Trick song on here called Mighty Wings, and then it also has Take My Breath Away, the Berlin song, which is the sappy love song from it. Everybody knew that one back in the day. I think that was the only 2 hits, really, Danger Zone and Take My Breath Away. There's a Loverboy song on here as well, Heaven in Your Eyes. I never had this, and it's kind of funny that it was there, because people were kind of going crazy for it a couple months ago when the new movie came out. So, good find for me. Anyway, and lastly, the stuff I got at the pawn shop, and I don't know the name of this pawn shop, but it's right near, like, you just go down, about a mile down my street here, and then it's just right there. Like, you just go to make one turn, and it's a couple blocks down. But anyway, got a Course of Empire single. It's called Infested. I have the album that this came from, and I got it there, I believe. This has 4 songs on it. It's got Infested. It's got Infested, Darwin Goodwin Mix, Let's Have a War, and Joy. So that one, I believe, is metal. Can't remember. This was a band. The next one is a band that I remember from the 90s. I remember seeing this album, but never hearing any songs from it, or anything. I just saw it, and I always could remember this picture in my head, and it's My Little Funhouse, and the name of the album is Stand Under. I always remember that picture for some reason, and but they are, they're alternative rock for sure. The Discogs says it's acoustic, but I don't think it's acoustic, because every picture they got in this thing, they're playing electric guitars, and they look like they're kind of rocking out in that picture. But, guys playing electric guitar right there. Electric guitar or bass, maybe. He's rocking out right there. So I don't know, but I think it's probably going to be something I'll enjoy. Just something I never heard when it was out, and I never picked it up back in the day. So now I got it. The other ones are mostly what I was trying to get at, where, or that one too, is like stuff I find there that I've heard of, but never going to find it anywhere else. And the next one was Native Tongue. Also another alternative rock band, it looks like. It's from 1997, Monolith Records. Don't know too much about all of this. Nothing special about the inside. But, these are going to be the ones that I probably like, for sure. The next one, looks to be a hard rock, heavy metal band called Flesh and Blood. Now, that logo, font, whatever, seems to be a ripoff of the Poison Flesh and Blood album cover. It's not exactly the same font, but it's similar enough to say somebody might think, oh wait, maybe that's the same thing. But who knows? It's a single for a song called Fate. It has 2 versions of that on there, and the lyrics on the back. It's a little funky on the inside right there. I don't know if that's mold or something, but you can't probably see it. It's on the white part. And there you go. You can see a little. So I'm gonna wipe that off with something before I start messing around with this. But anyway, I think it's hard rock or hair metal type kind of stuff. The next one is a band that I remember from the 90s that a friend of mine had several of their CDs. Maybe 2 or 3, I guess. And they were from Mississippi, but they would play in Louisiana too as well. And I believe they played in Hammond, where I was going to school, which is kind of 40 miles, 50 miles away from New Orleans, basically. Kind of going towards Baton Rouge, but not really. And anyway, the name was King Conga, and can't find that one on Discogs. It's called Monkey See, Monkey Groove. They were kind of like a world music sound, but they kind of fit in with the alternative rock thing too. But I remember not really being into them back then. But I thought I saw this, and I say, I'll probably never see one of their CDs again. So let me grab it and check it out, and maybe I'll like it now, 20 years later or whatever it is. Then the next one, got 2 more. Then we'll be done with this episode. Next one is Kerosene, and the name of the album is I don't know, ARRHYTHMIA, Arrhythmia. I don't know. Another alternative rock band. I believe they're a heavy band. I'm not. I remember something about them as well. No, they totally look 90s. I don't know, but I feel like some cute little artwork in there. They look like the first emojis ever created. It looks like a little band photo. Yeah, I don't know if I saw these people on TV or something one time, but it came out in '93. I don't know. I just remember something about them, so I think this will probably be a good one too. I usually am pretty good about when I pull out things that I think are going to be good just by the look of them. They turn out to be something I like. So whether it's good to everybody else, I don't know. Anyway, the last thing I found was a promo CD called Paper or Plastic, and when I picked it up, I just thought that kid was kind of funny, but it doesn't say what it is on it. Like you don't know, and it just says paper or plastic. So I opened it up, of course, and it is it's a mix, like not a mix, but a compilation album. I don't know if you can see very well, but it's got first song Monster Magnet, Dead Christmas, the edit. Then it's got Ape Hangers, I Don't Want to Live Today, Dishwalla's Counting Blue Cars. That was a hit song. I really liked Dishwalla back in the day for 2 or 3 albums they had that I know of. The next one was Paw, Max the Silent. I don't know if that's from their album, their hit album or not, or the good album anyway. I don't know how many albums they had, to be honest with you. They had like Dragline, I think it was called, and one other one. But anyway, another band, Drill, What You Are, and that's one of those bands that I heard of before and I never had anything by, so that's a good one. Then Josh Clayton, Josh Clayton Felt is his name, I guess, and it's Soon Enough. The Innocence Mission, Keeping Awake, 16 Horsepower, Haw, Delamitri, Tell Her This. I got a couple Delamitri albums. They were pretty good. And finally, the last one, the Badleys, Fear of Falling. I've seen the Badleys. I've seen several of their albums. I just don't know what they are. And I've never picked them up. I see them, in junk bands all the time. But I'll find out on here, and if I like them, I'll pick them up the next time I see them. Because there's been a couple albums. I think I saw one today, actually. But I just didn't pick it up because I didn't know what it was. And I didn't have the feeling on it that I'll do on some of these others that I'm going to like them. So anyway, that's it for this this episode. A couple people have told me, I'm getting close to 100, that I should do some sort of giveaway for episode 100. I would love to do some sort of giveaway, but I don't know that I'm going to be able to by the time I get to 100, because I would have to get I'd have to go buy something. I mean, I do have some stuff that I could give away as far as personal collection stuff that, like compilation CDs that I have multiple copies of. That's usually the reason I get multiple copies of a lot of them if they're free, because I want to give them away. So I don't know, maybe I'll be able to put something together, maybe not. I'm getting close. This is 92, I believe I said. Yes, 92. So I got to come up with something in the next 8 episodes. Blah, blah, in the next couple days, this area is going to be clean. It's so great. I got rid of some stuff, and I'm about to make some moves in here, and so this area is going to be cleaned out, and then I'll be able to do more stuff because I'll get the records set up the way I need them. Like, they're not all in alphabetical order, as I've explained before. I got to get my CDs straightened out a little bit because I've got a whole stack of stuff that I've been buying lately that aren't blended in right, and I don't know how I'm going to blend them in because I don't have enough space on my shelf. But I got another little shelf that I've converted into a CD thing, so we'll see. But anyway, if I do a giveaway thing, I'll certainly let everybody know how to get into it. It won't be a difficult contest. I'll probably just make you subscribe to my channel or something for, you know, the length of the contest or something. But anyway, besides that, that's it. Hope you guys have a good day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.